guys, welcome to the channel, and Guten Tag, Probavet, Ciao, Bonjour, and Hola to my foreign friends. And this is a little interesting knife here. It is an Imperial, and this is a really old Imperial right here. It's well made. The old ones are well made. They're not finely finished, but they're well made. And Imperial they put a knife together so that it'll work good, but they did not really finish them well. You look at that tang stamp there. Let's see if I can get it in. All right, you see that? See how it arches up and over, and the Providence arches up, and the Rhode Island arches. So this is an old tang stamp. It dates between 1920 and 1925 probably. People say it's early. And the Miranda brothers started Imperial in 1917, but they were mainly making shell knives when they first started out. So they did so well at that. By 1919, they went ahead and started making a full line of knives. And at that point, they employed about 150 people. And by 1927, they had 450 people working for them and had expanded the factory. And so they made a lot of knives. You can see down in there how it's a little rough. And a lot of them, actually the tangs on these early ones don't look too bad. But, about, I don't know, 1928 or so, they start looking pretty rough. And they're just not really worried about the construction as much as they are. They built them to last, but they built them pretty rough because they offered inexpensive knives. And I don't usually get knives that have broken blades, but that's the reason why, because this is a really early Imperial, one of the earliest that you're going to see. And it's got a pretty nice, actually, Christmas tree. I noticed the thing about this is if you look close, you see how the yellow part is just kind of blank. It doesn't sparkle. And most Christmas tree knives you see, the whole thing sparkles. So that's kind of unusual about this knife, that the whole thing doesn't sparkle, but it's pretty cool. Celluloid's in good shape. This knife is 3 3/8 inches. It's an equal end, two-bladed penknife. You can call it a penknife or a jackknife. It's right in that gray area. It's kind of heavy. I don't know. I think it would be a little heavy for a penknife, but I usually think of a penknife if I can put it in my top pocket of my shirt and it doesn't drag that shirt down or beat me to death. It's a penknife. And if it feels heavy, then it's a jackknife. That's how I draw the line on that stuff. All right. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you didn't know Imperial made a good knife, they actually did when they first started out. And then they started making cheap knives. So if you like to see more content like this, go ahead and subscribe. And I appreciate you guys for watching. Remember, you'll know the truth. The truth will set you free. Thanks again.